Right. So I guess you guys can hear still, right? Not this one. So BTC is extremely bullish. By the way, today is 6/21/19, just about 10:50 p.m. right? So the current price of BTC is just about 1060, right? 1060, 10,600, not 1060. So yeah, okay. So I guess the sound is good, right? So we're gonna talk about the volume. So let's get it started, right? When we talk about the volume last time, right, I said like BTC not gonna be moving on a constant rate. It is just gonna be moving like on some segments, right? So you take a look at it, right? I'm still expecting like big volume, another small segment with like some combination of bearish and bullish candles, right? So it's not going to be a constant buying pressure, but it is going to be some slight sell-off, right? So that's what I exactly said back in March, and then that's what we've been exactly getting. You can see just about this area, right? We got a big volume, a nice constant like combination of buying pressure and selling pressure, and all of a sudden we got another big one just about this area. So it is going to be like this, like throughout the summer and then the rest of the year. And then I said also like I'm expecting this week, right? You take a look at the weekly chart. I was expecting like a 220 to 240,000 BTC, right, trading volume. So we got just about 241,000 right now as of Friday 6/21, right? So it is extremely bullish. Most likely we're gonna get like 320,000 trading volumes this week. It is not going to be like the biggest weekly trading volume, but it is going to be very important, right? Because you got to think about it, right? If BTC has to repeat, I said it, BTC has to close this week above 97 to 95. That's what I exactly said like on Monday, right? So I said like in order to repeat this pattern just about this area, right? BTC has to match. Let's change the color. BTC has to, people not paying attention, guys. People not paying attention. BTC has to match this candle. That's all I needed, right? But BTC is even doing like something even better than this candle. It is matching both of these candles. So it could be matching. Like let's say by Sunday we close above 12K. We definitely gonna hit $20,000. By July 17th. If like we close before end of the month we close above like a 12.5, we're definitely gonna hit 20K before mid-July to like late July, right? So keep that in mind. I said it like we just have to close above 9,700 this week. That's all. Anything else we get, it is just bonus, right? It is just pure bonus. So keep that in mind, right? So after this candle, we only got like 3 weeks left in order to get like to 20K. If like we have to repeat this pattern. I talked about this pattern like on the 18th in the Telegram group, guys. In the Telegram group, we talked about this pattern. BTC going to be making this pattern again, just about this area. Just about this area. So keep that in mind, right? So let me remove everything. BTC going to be making this pattern right here, this move just about this area. That's what you're expecting, just about this area. So we could be doing it the same exact time frame. So I'm horrible with time analysis, but I'm kind of confident we're most likely going to be making this pattern same exact way, guys. We haven't been wrong since like December, guys. So we have not been wrong since December. So I'm pretty confident like we're going to hit $20,000 before July 17th. So if we don't, it's okay. It is just going to give us some time to accumulate, but I'm pretty confident we're going to hit $20,000 before July 17th. We haven't been wrong so far, so we pretty much been lucky though all year round, right? So it is pretty important. So let's go ahead and move on to the daily RSI. So let me guys know if you we're going to talk about XRP also. Let me guys know if you have any question about Ethereum, Litecoin. We're also going to take a look at it. So we're just going to be talking about all these coins today. So just going to be having fun. So hey, what's up, Chief? Let's go ahead and move on to the daily time frame. So you take a look at the daily time frame, guys. We talked about this inverse. Hey, what's up, homie? We're also gonna talk about Ether. No worry, man. Hey, what's up, Mr. BU? What's up, Sonny? What's up, Mike? Guys, I know you guys, most of you guys been watching since like February. Some of you guys since January. We've been calling for 10K BTC like since December. So if you've been following my channel, so let's talk about this inverse head and shoulder, right? So we got this inverse head and shoulder, guys. People are not paying attention. They're sleeping. I keep telling you since February, they've been sleeping. So we got this inverse head and shoulder, and I'll say like BTC going to be repeating. Guys, remember, we're not talking about anything about Elliott wave. All we talk about is patterns, right? Patterns, guys, patterns. So I said like BTC going to be repeating this length. So this length, we're gonna get another length similar to that in this area, right? Just about this area, guys. When I said it, that was on the 18th. So that's when I said it. Most people were looking for, an oversold region, right? And I was looking for to the opposite direction. So I said like basically gonna move to this area, right? Because we got this inverse head and shoulder just about this area. Inverse head and shoulder is just inverse head and shoulder. It doesn't have to be involved candles. So patterns are just patterns. So you don't just, let's say like inverse head and shoulder is just has to involve like price action, but other indicators also use those patterns, right? So, and I said like BTC going to be moving like the RSI going to get to like a 90 to 95, right? It doesn't have to be accurate, just about this area, right? Because the volatility is so high, you're not trying to be accurate, you're just trying to be precise, not being accurate, right? So I hope you now understand the difference between being precision and accuracy. So keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. Hey, what's up, Joe Alan? Thanks, man. Thanks. So what I'm expecting RSI to get to this area, just about 90 to 91. So let's move on to the stochastic, right? When you take a look at the stochastic, we say the same exact thing, guys. We say the same exact thing, right? We say BTC gonna be repeating this area, right? You see this move right here, right? BTC gonna be repeating it just about this area. That time we got the stock RSI crossed over, right? You gotta remember, because that was on the 18th, right? We already got the crossed over, and I said like BTC gonna be making this move, guys. It is gonna be making the U-turn, right? Let me get this change of color now. Let me get green, and then something like that, right? Let's move this. It's gonna make the U-turn, and then it's gonna make this. So that's exactly what I said, right? So that's what we're getting right here. If you take a look at this area, right? I hope you guys can see it when I kind of zoom it in, right? So we already got the crossover to the upside. So we got so much momentum now to repeat this pattern. So it is extremely bullish, guys. Like BTC is more bullish than what you can, anything you can think of, like any altcoin, any markets, like Tesla, Apple, it doesn't matter what you think of. BTC is extremely bullish, guys. So we got so much momentum to like just repeat this pattern right here. So keep that in mind. After that, we're most likely gonna get some sell-off. But we will see, guys. We will see. So we got so much momentum now to make this pattern just about this area, guys. I'm very excited. So I'm very excited, guys. I'm all in alt. I'm down on my BTCs, but I'm okay. I'm very excited about everybody BTC going over 10K. So, but I'm all in alt. I'm pretty much down. So you can expect like BTC to be making this move. Let's change the color. So just about this area. So we're not talking about anything about Elliott waves, guys. Nothing about Elliott waves. So somewhere around here, right? So let me make it. So something like this in this area. So after this move, just be ready to sell off. Just be ready to wait for some lower prices, guys. It doesn't mean like it's going to be a big sell off, but just be ready for some cheaper BTC, just about like 10K in that range, right? So keep that in mind. I'm pretty bullish, but I'm very like realistic, right? So also I'm not expecting like 20K next week. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and move on to the monthly chart. But the monthly chart, we have to go to a Bitstamp, right? So when you take a look at the monthly chart, right? So when you take a look at the monthly chart, I said it like since when? Like since just about like March, right? April, right? I said like we're gonna get a vertical line, guys. So if you guys been following me, what I said, the monthly. So that's how bullish I was on BTC. I was bullish on BTC on a bigger time frame. Most people spend too much time like on the 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minutes. But BTC is so bullish. Anything else that you look at, other than the weekly and then the monthly, it is pretty much like just noise. That's how bullish BTC is. So back in like April 1st, I said like BTC, the monthly chart gonna be overbought. And once we get overbought, right, we're gonna get this type of noise, just like that, right? Just like that. So just like that, right? Just like that. So because we got a big divergence. So you got your biggest 2 time frames, right? Just about like the weekly and then the monthly. You got your weekly all the way up this area. Let's take a look at the weekly. Divergence doesn't just mean like price going down and then price going down and then the R side going up or blah blah. But you take a look at it, right? Your weekly is completely overbought, right? But you go to your monthly, your monthly was oversold at that time, right? So I say like it is a big divergence because you got your 2 biggest time frame like on a opposite zone, right? So you got your monthly in this area and you got your weekly in that area. I say like the monthly, the bigger time frame gonna join the smaller time frame, and that that's gonna give like BTC some explosiveness. I said it back in like back in February, guys. Not February, but April, right? So back in April, so I said like we're gonna get a vertical line. That's what we exactly getting. So what I'm expecting from the monthly time frame is to just make some noise, guys. It is just going to be some noise for the next, hopefully for the next 24 to 36 months, just like that, guy. Just like that, guys. It is going to be nice, guys. Hopefully it is going to be very nice, guys. It is going to be very nice. I said it like, man, we're going to 360,000 BTC. I said it back in October, guys. Back in October, I said like BTC gonna drop to 3,700. We even dropped lower. So like late October, I was talking to someone, a friend, and I told him like we're gonna drop to 37, 35, and then we're gonna hit like $370,000 BTC. But most people are sleeping, guys. Most people are sleeping. Hey, what's up, Sunny? Sunny, man, you holding like 1 million Matic, 40,000 XRP? You gotta send me some of those, guys. Sunny, make sure to send me some of those XRP, man. Because I do not have 40,000 XRP. So, but BTC is extremely bullish, guys. It is extremely bullish. People are not paying attention. So, but it is extremely bullish. It is extremely bullish. It is extremely bullish, guys. So let's go ahead and review these moving averages we talked about last time. The 50 and then the 600, guys. So the 50 and then the 600. So it is quite amazing, it is quite amazing, guys, the type of bull run we're gonna get this year and next year and the year after that. So change it to 50, change the color. Guys, let me know if you guys have any coins you guys want to talk about. I'm going to talk about Ether next. I just wanted to cover these important details, right? So you take a look at these moving averages, right? So you take a look at the crossover we just got, just about this area, guys. I talked about 2 days ago. I said BTC is extremely bullish. So you take a look at this crossover. Last time we got this crossover was back in late September 2015, guys. So September 2015, that's the last time we got this crossover, right? A bullish crossover. You take a look at it. We went from like a $300 all the way up to $20,000, right? So you take a look at it, right? We got the crossover just about this area again, like a bearish crossover, just about 6K the first week of November 2018, right? We got this crossover, drop to 6K, make a double bottom, got a support from the 200 EMA, right? Double bottom from the 200 EMA. on the weekly 200 EMA, and then bang, we got the crossover again. So do you think like this crossover gonna change direction anytime soon? Do you really think this crossover gonna change direction anytime soon? It's gonna take at least another 12 months in order for this crossover to change direction. So you can expect like BTC to be at least bullish for the next 12 months, right? For the next 12 months, right? So let's say till like June, June 2020, right? So keep that in mind. So you also want to take a look at the 150 and then the 600, right? Because it is quite amazing. It is quite amazing. You take a look at the 150, right? The 150 hasn't even, get the crossover yet, right? So last time we got a crossover, it was just about like at 230, right? Just about this area, right? That's the last time at 350. So it's almost same exact time, right? With the 50, right? Crossing the 600. So last time we got this crossover was at just about like 320, right? So we take a look at it. We got a bearish crossover at just about like mid-November, late November, right? That's the last time we got this bearish crossover. So as soon as we get this crossover, it could be like somewhere around like late July to like early August. It is going to be very explosive. But by that time, like BTC going to be 20K. Most people are not paying attention, man. They're not paying attention, calling for 2K BTC, man. I said it like, man, our last chance to see BTC under 10K, I said it 2 weeks ago, it's about to be over. So it's about to be over. So I said it when BTC was under 4K, right? March 24th and March 17th. I said like last chance to see BTC under 4K, right? BTC was 38.80, 38.83, right? I think like 38.88, right? In that range. That's where we bottomed before we took off, right? Because the Trololo trend line, if you guys remember the Trololo trend line, right, was at 38.83 that week exactly. So, and then I said like BTC is gone, guys. It is gone. So it is gone, guys. So if you're holding like half a BTC or more, you just gotta hold it, man. Don't lose it. Don't lose it, guys. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. Hey, Sunny is killing it, man. I'm glad you took you bought Matic at 80 sats, man. So the current price of BTC is just about like 10. It is moving fast, man. We're on a parabolic move, man. It is moving fast, man. It is moving fast. I said it, guys. I said it. So yeah, you also can expect, like, if you want to just be on a conservative, you don't want to talk about any moving averages, you can just expect like this length, right, to be just about this length. It's almost there. It's almost like 11.5. That's what we almost calling, right? We say like 11.5 to 12K. We're gonna hit 11.5 very soon. Maybe tonight, probably, right? We could hit 11.5. BTC is extremely bullish, guys. It is extremely bullish. It is extremely bullish, guys. It is very, very bullish. 99.99% bullish, guys. Now, I said it when BTC was 5,500. My first video when I said like a BTC was extremely bullish, we dropped 10% right after, I ended up that live stream, right? So it was kind of scary though, but and I don't have anything to say, man. I'm just gonna, wait for the price to cool down and then give us another pattern at 20K. I'm not sure if like we're gonna break 20K and go straight to 30, but right now I don't have any target but 20K. Most people are gonna call 20K once we get to 17K, guys. And we've been calling for 10K when BTC was 7K. So actually like 5K. On April 23rd, right? April 23rd, we called for 10K BTC when BTC was 5,500. 5,500, guys. We called for a 90% move to the upside. So keep that in mind. 95% move to the upside. So now we're calling for another another 100% move to the upside. So keep that in mind. Come on. So the chart guy, he's okay. He can call for 2K BTC. If I get some 2K BTC, I'd be really happy, right? To be honest with you, man, because most people are still sleeping. So I guess like I can I can take advantage of like a BTC going to 2K. I mean, I wish I could crash BTC, man. I could just come out and say BTC gonna go to 2K. I mean, I hope he's right. I mean, I wish he can crash the BTC. I mean, the price of BTC. Yeah, because he has a lot of followers, so most people are gonna be panicking. So hopefully they're gonna sell, so we can get some cheaper BTC. Because you know, alt are still 90% down, so it is okay. We got so much momentum to go to the upside. So let's take a look at Ethereum, guys. BTC is just about 10,857, guys. Let me know if like BTC breaks 1100, guys. Ethereum, guys. Ethereum. Look at Ethereum, man. We called for Ethereum like $400 Ethereum. Ethereum is just about 300, right? 308. We've been calling for $300 Ethereum back in like December, you know, but you know, the quality of the live stream, it wasn't live stream, but the quality of the uploaded video wasn't like that great. But I've been calling for like you know, Ethereum $300 like since December. So because you know I just don't want to go back through it, but I've been calling for $300 Ethereum. Now we just hit $300 Ethereum. So if you've been holding Ethereum since December, you're already like almost 3.5x your money, guys. You already beat the stock market. You know? So keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. So Ethereum is looking extremely bullish. So Ethereum bull run just started, guys. So Ethereum has just started its bull run. So I said it like Ethereum gonna make the same pattern Litecoin made, just about this area, right? I said it when BTC was making it. So if you guys believe it, okay. If you don't believe it, it's fine. So we're gonna move 70% to the upside. So 70% just gonna take us like to just about $400. So the current price of, I've been saying it since Ethereum was like 230, right? So now we just about like almost 330, 310, right? So keep that in mind. We're gonna get to like a $400 Ethereum and then $800 later on. So keep that in mind, guys. Ethereum is extremely bullish. It doesn't have any sign of bearishness. Any sign of bearishness. If you go on my trading view, hopefully I can go to my trading view. I put a ETH USDT, right? Just about. So that was like back in that's back in December prices. So Ethereum to 375, guys. Ethereum to, when I was calling for Ethereum 375, that was back in December. So that was December 26th, guys. December 26th, you can see calling for Ethereum 375. Make a, you know, inverse head and shoulder and push to the upside. So hopefully it can play out. It cannot get to that area. So, but was calling for, you know, $400 Ethereum. So back in December 26th, guys. So December 26th. So just about this area, right? That's what we say. Ethereum looking promising. May 11th, right? So you take a look at it, right? You know, just about this area. We're following the same pattern. So we're most likely going to get to $400, $600 very soon, guys. So keep that in mind. Ethereum is extremely bullish. I don't have anything to say about Ethereum. All you have to do, just wait for this box. It's not a financial advice. You could even like, you know, put this box in this area, just about this area, because you know it's no we don't have any resistance at 400. So the resistance is just about like 500. So we don't have any resistance. So Ethereum could move like a, you know, 95% from this area to 110%. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and take a look at Litecoin, guys. LTC, BTC. Let's take a look at Litecoin, BTC. So you take a look at Litecoin, BTC on June 4th, guys. I said like Litecoin gonna be moving into this box, and we did that exactly. But BTC is moving so strong now. Litecoin is dropping versus BTC. So what I'm expecting now, it is okay. It's not a big deal. So what I'm expecting from Litecoin, we're gonna get support from either from this let's move on. Let's change it to 50 and 200 because I don't use these. I don't use a 600 and 150 too much. So 200 and 50. Okay, we take a look at this. We're either gonna get a support from this 50 EMA. The 50 EMA most likely gonna support the price. If not, we got another support right around this 200 EMA. So to wait for the 200 EMA would it be better, because you would get a better confirmation. So either we're gonna come down to the price, moved up, get a another double bottom before a further move to the upside. This way, like Bitcoin gonna be still like bullish, but Litecoin gonna be overtaken, like not overtaken, but it's gonna outperform BTC very shortly. So Litecoin is extremely bullish, so keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. So Litecoin, I would be waiting for 0.012 in that range, down to like 0.0115, because you gotta remember, like back in like mid-April, guys, when Litecoin was just about this area, we say Litecoin gonna drop 30%, right? So if you guys remember that 0.0115, so that's what we exactly said. From this area, we say Litecoin gonna drop 30%, right? That's what we exactly did, because 30% was at 0.618. So 30% was at 0.618, guys. It was exactly at 0.618. That's where we double bottom combined with the 200 EMA, 200 MA, right? So we got a double bottom from it. So we got that call, right? Just about this area. Just about this area. So right now I wouldn't be focusing too much on Litecoin and BTC. You just have to stay into BTC until BTC like start being bearish, right? So I wouldn't be focusing too much on Litecoin. So let's take a look at Litecoin and USD. So you take a look at Litecoin USD. We're not seeing like any sort of bearishness. So the volume is still low. So Litecoin is extremely bullish, guys. You're gonna be seeing like $800 Litecoin. So it is extremely bullish, man. So you take a look at the volume of Litecoin. It is extremely low, very low volume, guys. Most people are gonna be like, oh, Litecoin is gonna be dropping soon, right? So, but guess what? Guess what? As now as BTC cool off, right? We're gonna be receiving big volume from Litecoin, just like that, in this area, just like that. And this volume gonna be matching, this. Remember, guys. Let me know if you guys remember. Litecoin gonna be matching these volumes, just about this area, right? So this, once we receive these volumes, we're most likely gonna hit like a, 200 to $300 Litecoin very shortly, very shortly. It's nothing bearish about Litecoin, nothing bearish. So nothing bearish. If you want some cheaper Litecoin, you could be waiting for the 50 EMA, for a another rebound at 50 EMA, but I don't think like we're gonna come back down to this 50 EMA, because BTC is moving so fast. So and if BTC like cool off a little bit, Litecoin gonna be moving fast. So it's not like a it is gonna come back. I mean, it could, but I'm not expecting Litecoin to drop down to like $100 or like $90 anytime soon. So Litecoin went almost 600% from top to bottom. So you can expect BTC to go like 700% from top to bottom, because I told you like back in February and March, Litecoin is the blueprint. So most people don't believe it. So, but it is okay. XRP. Let's move on to XRP. So if you don't have any XRP, make sure you get some XRP before XRP hits 63 cents, guys. So I don't know why, but make sure to accumulate some XRP before XRP hit 63 cents. So you take a look at XRP, right? XRP is giving you the same bottom formation Tron gave us back in like a December, let's say late August to like December, right? You remember Tron went up like almost like 200%, something like that after that, right? So keep that in mind. So Tron went from like a penny to like a 3 cents, right? So almost like what, 200%, right? So Litecoin is giving us like a nice bottom formation coupled with a flat correction, just like Litecoin. So if you expect like another 70% move from XRP, you would be looking at 70%. At 70%, you 70% move to the upside, you're gonna get like 63 cents, right? So 63 cents, right? 63 cents, guys. 63 cents, just about this area. You're gonna get another corrective move, but this corrective move, what I'm expecting this corrective move to be, I'm not expecting like a like a rising wedge, something like that. I'm just expecting like a quick, you know, flat correction, just like BTC, right? Another flat correction. So you're gonna have plenty of time to accumulate some XRP if you miss like this one. So before we, you know, make another 100% move, so you would be looking at like $1.20 to like $1.50 XRP very shortly, guys. $1.20 to $1.20 to you know, $1.50. And also, when you take a look at XRP, right? XRP is extremely bullish, guys. So the reason why I say like XRP is extremely bullish, XRP is repeating BTC pattern at a lower area. What I mean by that, right? You take a look at XRP. Can you recognize this inverse head and shoulder? Right? Can you recognize this inverse head and shoulder? We talked about it at the beginning of the live stream, right? Let me show you. So BTC is making this inverse head and shoulder just about like on the R side at 72. But you take a look at XRP, right? I'm not pumping XRP, but you guys know I rarely ever talk about XRP. So you take a look at XRP. It is making the same pattern, right? But it is going to be more explosive than BTC because XRP has better momentum, right? XRP is going to be repeating this move, this length. It could make this length, right? You see this length right here, right? If you extend it to this area, you know, it is going to be extremely over, you know, almost like 96, right? Almost like to 96. Can you imagine like if the R side on the daily R side of XRP get to 96? So the price could, you know, you can imagine like the price get like to the price could get like to like a, you know, $1.50 to a, you know, $1.20 to $1.50. It doesn't have to be a straight line. It could be something like this, right? I'm not looking for a straight line, but this time I would be looking for like that, something like this, right? Some divergences, right? So keep that in mind. XRP is extremely bullish also. XRP is very bullish, guys. It is very bullish. So it is very bullish. I was calling for $1.75 XRP back in December, right? Back in December. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So let me show you XRP. XRP USD Tether, guys. XRP USD Tether. So XRP USD Tether, 35 cents, right? Let's see. If you are sleeping on XRP, just about this area. That was back in you know, February 22nd, guys. So February 22nd. So let's see. So that's what we're gonna get from XRP on the next bull run, going back to all-time high. So you're looking at, you know, versus BTC, right? I put that on TradingView. You can go on my TradingView and then you can see it. So we're playing out the same pattern, exact same pattern. We've been following the same pattern. We're moving below the trend line, but we double bottom. Most likely we're gonna move to the upside. So keep that in mind. XRP is extremely bullish, guys. It is extremely bullish. It is extra. You can also go ahead and check out XRP to $50. Just about this area. XRP to $50 next bull run, guys. So next bull run, XRP to $50. So keep that in mind, guys. I don't like to pump XRP, but it is extremely bullish. It is extremely bullish, guys. It is extremely bullish. So it is extremely bullish. XRP is extremely bullish, guys. Keep that in mind. It is very bullish. So let's move on to Vechain, right? Somebody want to talk about Vechain, and then we're going to go back to BTC. And then we're going to come back to XRP. So let's take a look at VET BTC. VET is just about like, I think 68, right? So what I like about Vechain, right? I was expecting price to get to this area, so we hit my target. But BTC is very bullish. So let's take a look at the stock R side to see if the stock R side is at the same time oversold. So you got to keep that in mind, right? In crypto, I'm gonna give you one secret, right? If you're swing trading, right, the best way to be getting like some 10 to 30% move, wait till your both your stock RSI and then your RSI are both oversold, right? So that's the best time to be accumulating. When both of them are extremely like oversold, that's the best time you can accumulate. But if you get like your stock RSI is like oversold, but your RSI is overbought, you know, don't touch, right? Don't touch. So you can see these moves, right? So just about this area, you can see this move just about oversold and oversold. What do you get, right? What do you get? You get another a 36% move, right? You can go ahead and check it yourself, right? Every time you get like your stock RSI and your RSI both oversold, you can at least get a 15 to 30%, you know, swing trading. That's guaranteed, right? So that's guaranteed. So, but you have to be patient though. You have to be patient. So you can expect like some reversal from Vechain very shortly. So that's what I'm also waiting for. Let's just remove everything. So Vechain, it is time to accumulate. We don't have any reversal pattern, so I'm not expecting like Vechain to make a V shape. I'm not expecting Vechain to make a V shape. So like this, I'm not expecting it. So we at least gonna move sideways, right? So we're gonna move sideways just like this, right? It could go lower, but we're gonna be moving sideways. I'm not sure like how, you know, what type of slope we're gonna be making, this type of falling wedge, or we're gonna make a divergence like this. So I'm not sure, but at least, you know, both of your RSI, you know, is oversold, and then your stock RSI is oversold. So it is pretty good. It is pretty safe, basically. It is pretty safe. So let's go ahead and take a look at Neo very shortly. I can show you also why I'm waiting for Neo also. If you guys have any other market you want to talk about, and then you mentioned it earlier, you want to talk about A and B. So we're going to talk about A and B. I like A and B. Neo, BTC. Hey, what's up, Yakub? We're going to talk about A and B. You take a look at Neo, right? So the reason why, you know, I'm not right now interested in Neo is because it's not like I don't like Neo. You know, Neo is one of my favorite coins, right? Because I'm looking for the RSI to get lower, right? So right now we're not getting any divergence. You know, Neo could go lower also, right? Because you take a look at your stock RSI, right? I'm waiting for the stock RSI to be dragging just about this area to wait for the RSI to drop lower. So it could take it could, you know, be very fast, or it could take forever, right? So if if I get both of these indicators oversold, I'll be extremely bullish on Neo. So I'll be extremely bullish on Neo. At the same time, when you take a look at the we're not getting any divergence regarding Neo on the RSI, right? We're not getting any divergence. So I mean, we're getting a divergence, but you know what I mean, like, you know, RSI is moving, RSI is not bottoming yet, but price is, you know, still like, you know, moving to the upside. So it's not time to be accumulating Neo at all, unless like we get some good news and then get a reversal pattern. So all right, so let's talk about A and B. So some Yakub asked for A and B. Yakub. So take a look at A and B. I used to like A and B, man, but it got me crushed. So I kind of stay away from it. So, but A and B is making a very nice formation. Like, that's what I'm looking for Neo, but Neo, you know, is doesn't want to drop lower. So I would be, you know, waiting for A and B to drop lower. Let's see. I wouldn't recommend to buy or sell, but I'm just telling you like what I would do, right? So I don't have any A and B right now, right? Since I got crushed from it. So I would be looking for A and B at least to drop like down to let's see, because we don't have any other like a support for A and B. So, but to get like to 38%, just about this area. You could be looking for another, at least, right? At least you would be looking for another. That's a lot. That's another 37% move to the upside. I mean downside, right? So drop to the downside. That's the next like a fib level at 38%, right? So I'm not expecting it like to get down like to like a 0.618. That would be a lot. That's like a minus 100%, right? So but you would be looking for another 25 to 30% at least, right? So but hopefully it's not going to drop 30%, but it could, because your RSI is still like got so much room to drop like this, right? So it could drop another 25 to 30% if BTC is going to go up like 100%, right? So keep that in mind, right? So keep that in mind. Let's take a look at ZILLIQA, eBank. ZILLIQA is making the same type of formation with WANCHAIN and Vechain. That's why I left this note in there. ZILLIQA also making the same pattern with A and B. So, but ZILLIQA is moving faster than A and B, so it could be better, right? Since it is moving faster. So, but the RSI is not oversold yet. So, and but the good thing is that we're getting a divergence. So that's a good thing for Vechain. I mean for ZILLIQA, right? So. But Neo, we're not getting any divergence. So, but Vechain, we got this divergence just about this area, right? So, but it is not going to reverse anytime soon. Like we at least have to move sideways before getting any reversal pattern, right? So anytime soon, it could be like 2 days, 3 days. I'm just saying. So we have to change change the angle at least before we can talk about like reversing. We have to change the angle, right? Have to change the angle. So hopefully, like this angle is not going to be a flat correction. We could be making this flat correction, and if like we make this flat correction, it is going to be continuing, right? At least for another 10-15% to the downside. But I would be waiting at least, right, before like getting more ZILLIQA, or start accumulating slowly, 5%, 6% at a time. So, but market gonna be reversing very shortly, guys. BTC just has to get to where it needs to get, right? So keep that in mind. So let's take a look at Nano. Nano is making a very different pattern. So I was expecting Nano target for Nano was just about this area. So we get to our target at a 1.27, but we're dropping much further, right? So but right now we got to a point where like we can find like some support, right? So I think like Nano is the best coin to be accumulating right now as far as like reversal pattern, because like I just mentioned, guys, you got your stock RSI, right, and your RSI both oversold at the same exact time. That's pretty powerful. So it is pretty powerful. So, and pay clear attention to Nano also. You remember back in November 2017, right? Nano went like from almost like 10 cents like to $37, $37, right, between like November and December. So it's like 400x, like just about like in two months, right? So pay clear attention about Nano. I don't want to talk about it again, say like when Nano was like $1, I said it. So keep that in mind. So I'm not saying it's gonna go like to $400, but like just pay attention because it is extremely oversold, right? So you can take a look at it just about this area. Another good example, right, about Nano, right? Just about this area, right? So you take a look at RSI was completely oversold, right? In this area, oversold RSI and oversold stop RSI, right? You start accumulating in this area, in this sharp like a drop. You don't want to accumulate like when it is moving like sideways, right? Because they both can get oversold, right? So but with this sharp drop, that's what you need to start accumulating, right? It is a very sharp drop like this, right? And then you were looking for another sharp drop just like that, right? So you want to start accumulating for the next at least 10 to 15% drop, right? So and wait for another 30 to 40% move to the upside if you're doing trading. So keep that in mind, guys. keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Let me know if you want to talk about any other coins before I call it a day, and then we could go back to BTC at least for the short term. Let's take a look at BCH, right? Let's see, ABC. Tired of Binance calling it ABC. You take a look at Bitcoin Cash, right? It is Bitcoin Cash. It is going to be very bullish, very short, guys. It is going to be very bullish versus BTC. It is making a very nice formation. This ABC correction to the downside. And when we call for Bitcoin Cash coming back down to 0.618, that was like back in let's see, like May, right? First week of May, we said like Bitcoin Cash gonna come back down to this area, right? So we said it, and then we're almost about like to get like to 0.618. And then if you take a look at your moving average, right? We don't have 200 moving average yet, like a 200 days. So, but let's take a look at the 50. So it is moving below the 50, 50 EMA, right? So it is pretty much safe, right? You're moving below 50 EMA, and then you're almost like at 0.618. So we're most likely gonna get some, some support just about 0.618. We called for this 0.618 like 60 days ago, guys. 60 days ago. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, guys. BTT ICX. So Bitcoin Cash almost at support level at 0.618. So that's what we called for 2 months ago. We had a 0.618, right? So expect some reversal pattern from Bitcoin Cash. And then you got both your RSI and then your stock RSI oversold. So it is pretty much safe, right? So keep that in mind. It is pretty much safe. Let's take a look at BTT, and then we're gonna move on to ICX. BTT volatility is start to get better, right? So BTT, we called for BTT coming back down to 0.618 when 0.786 like back in April, right? We say like March, April, we say BTT gonna come back down to 0.61. That's what we have exactly, right? So let me know if that's incorrect, right? So that was back in I think like April, right? So we say BTT gonna be making this double bottom and push to the upside. It went up 100%. So what can you expect, right? So it has like very low volume, right? So the not volume, but volatility is very low. So the volatility is very low. So let's see. I think it went up like 100%. Now it is back down to 0.786. So we can expect like some reversal pattern from BTT, but I would be waiting for a double bottom, like just like this. I don't have any BTT, but I would be waiting for a double bottom just like that, right? It could resist versus BTC, but I don't think like it's gonna go up versus BTC after going up 100% versus BTC, like from first week of May to like last week of May, right? Just about like 3 weeks, it went up like 100% versus BTC. So I'm not expecting like a BTT to go up like another 100% versus BTC when BTC is pretty much strong, right? So keep that in mind. So I'm looking for a double bottom from BTT. Let's see if we're gonna get it, right? So let's see if we're gonna get this double bottom, because the volatility is pretty much low. So I'm not expecting like some big sell-off from BTT, but it could be, because it is only like 13 sats, right? So it drops like 1 sats, it is almost like 8% drop. So so keep that in mind. The RSI is looking great, but it just has to move sideways for a couple of days, right, before we can make sure it is gonna reverse, right? But it doesn't mean like just because your stock RSI is oversold doesn't mean like it is time to be buying, because you got to remember your stock RSI move much faster than your normal RSI, right? this indicator move very fast, so it can get like to a overbought in this area, and price only going to be like 14 or 15 or 18 in that range. So keep that in mind. It doesn't mean anything, but it has to wait for the regular RSI to drop down to a 30 or something like that. That would be better, at least for the short term. Yeah, PPT is, I don't know why PPT is getting big sell-off. Let's move on to ICX, and then we're going to talk about PPT. Oh man, I can imagine ICX is still like around 30 cents, but you take a look at ICX, it is looking pretty much safe also. I was expecting ICX to drop to a 390 to a 411, and then we even like right now at 316. So it dropped almost like 25% below my target, right? So you see like why I say like I'm waiting for Neo to get better divergence, because other, every other coins, basically getting this divergence, right? So, and they are oversold our side, right? So keep that in mind. So ICX is starting to look safe, because I don't think like ICX is going to be in this range forever, right? So, it's not going to be in this range forever. Maybe, the R side could wait, right, for the stock R side to move to the overbought region and come back down. It could, but it's going to be a long process. It is going to be a very long process. So it is going to be a very long process. So, but I don't think like we're going to get that type of volatility from ICX to see like the stock R side to get overbought and come back down that fast, right? So we're not going to get that. So we're not going to get that. So it is starting to look safe, but just wait for like a price to be changing slope. So because this move is pretty much vertical, and you don't know how low it is. It could get, right? So you don't know at what time you're going to be changing direction, because this slope going to be moving like this next, right? And after that you're going to get this flat line, and after that you're going to start getting this. So you want to wait at this, at this area, right? You start accumulating just about this area, right? So it could make this pattern, but I'm not even sure. I'm just speculating right now. So I just want to focus on BTC right now. But just by looking at the ICX, I'm holding some ICX, so it is for the long term. But I'm just saying, like, if you want to accumulate, you can get it cheaper. It's no need to rush. It's no need to rush. Let's take a look at PPT. I'm pretty disappointed about PPT, but it is what it is. It keep dropping, right? It keep dropping. But we don't have any like a reversal pattern for PPT, so we just it could drop much further, right? Because the RSI is still like at what, 29. You could get like a RSI like a 14 to a 18, right? That would be better. Wait for like a 14 to 18, right? So that would be better. So that way you're gonna leave your stock RSI some time to be dragging to the, like this, right? Making some noise, right? Couple of drag, because PPT is pretty much like doesn't have much volume anymore, and then I don't see any hype from PPT anymore. So, but most likely during the bull run we could get some hype, because it doesn't have like a lot of supply. I think like 50 or something like that, 40 or 50. I can't remember, but I know the supply is not like 1 billion or something like that. So it can move very fast. So it can move very fast. So just be mentally ready, guys, about this bull run, because most of us pretty much got crushed on the last bull run. Most of us been down like 80 to 90%. So this bull run, you don't want to be down 90%. So gotta be mentally ready, man, because once the market start running, everything gonna be like a 30%, 40%, 50%. So you just don't know where to put your where to put your money, right? So if you don't be like mentally ready and play the market right, the market gonna play you wrong. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes like I don't get like mentally ready when the market is green. So you can't just panic, man. Your portfolio might go like from $1 to like $1.50. All of a sudden you don't know what to do. you be like, man, should I sell or should I wait? So you gotta be ready. You know, you gotta be ready and have a plan. You know, set up your plan and then just play it right. So you don't have to be a millionaire or, you know, a billionaire. So you just want to be just want to accumulate and play the market right. So don't let the market play you right or wrong. So you play the market right or wrong. So you decide what you do with your money. Don't let the market take your money. I know it's not easy, so but don't let the market take your money. So don't let the market take your money. So Sonny, you're already rich. You're holding like a, you know, 40,000 XRP. So and I'm gonna start charging you so for this TA, Sonny. So 1 XRP every video. So keep that in mind. 1 XRP every live stream. So let's move on to BTC. So BTC is still looking bullish, like just about 107, right? I mean, not 107, but 10,700, right? So nothing to say about BTC. I'm just gonna erase everything, and then we're gonna take a look at the noises. I mean, the noise. So the 15 minutes is getting sell off. It's not a big deal. You know, we're most likely gonna get a you know, oversold, you know, stock RSI, and then you know, this RSI gonna be dragging down. So could be dragging down like that, and then we're gonna get back to that area. It is extremely bullish, man. It is nothing bearish about BTC. Nothing bearish. So nothing bearish, guys. So in 15 minutes, right? On the 15 minutes time frame, you know, we got a we got this move. We got like 10% move, right? Like in like less than 6 hours, right? Less than 6 hours, right? So it's not bad. It's not bad. 6 hours, 10%. It's not bad at all from BTC. But altcoin can give you 30 to 45% in 6 hours. So keep that in mind. So just be patient. Just be patient. Man, we called for the 20K BTC, guys. Hey, what's up, Jive or Jive? I don't know how to say your name, but Jive. Okay, what's up, Jive, man? We're gonna hit 20K by sometime like late July, guys. So keep that in mind. So let's take a look at the guys. We just talking, man. It's nothing nothing serious, no serious stuff today, so just relax. We're gonna take a look at the Chololo also, because if you guys remember when I talked about the Chololo back in late March, when I said like BTC is gonna bottom just about 38.80. So let's take a look at the Chololo. Walton is down 10%. That was just a notification. Chololo. So if you haven't like followed the Chololo, make sure to go to TradingView, go to indicator, and then search Chololo, right? So it's gonna come out, and then you can add it to your indicator. So the Chololo right now is just about like 4,400. So BTC is almost like over 120% above this Chololo trend line, and then we've been following the Chololo trend line when BTC bottomed exactly at the Chololo trend line at 3,100, right? So at that time was like the first week of December, right? First week of December. So December 3rd, like to December 10th, we said like BTC bottom, guys. So we called it the exact same day. So that's when I made a video and say buy $5 worth of BTC a week on December 15th. That's when the market bottomed, and I said buy $5 worth of BTC, guys, a week, right? So $5, so $5 worth of BTC, you know, or you can buy like $5 worth of XRP, so a week, you know. If you have done since like, if you have been buying BTC $5 worth a week, you could at least like, you would have like triple your money by now, right? So at least double, I mean triple your money, of course, right? So triple your money or double your money. I would say double, not triple, because you would be buying like $5 a week. So, and then you're going to be buying at higher price every week. So keep that in mind. Okay, Sonny, sorry, man. I do panic sell too. We all do. It's okay. It's not end of the world. So it's not end of the world. So I mean, last bull run, you could have turned like 1 BTC into 10 BTC in like just in a space of like in a matter of like 2 months. So now you got 24 to 36 months, guys. So it's no need to be panicking. It's time to be accumulating. At the same time, right, I wanted to talk about the volume, right? So the way I understand volume, right? So volume, the volume is like the amount of BTC traded, right, between buyers and sellers, right? So you got your buyers B, and you got your sellers S, right? So the amount of BTC they buy and sell between them, right, that's the volume, right? But the amount of BTC, the number of BTC, right, the number of BTC they buy and sell, I think like it's different from the volume, right? Then it's different from the volume, because let's say these like you have like two people, right, buying and selling between them like 1 BTC. So the number of BTC is only 1, right? But the volume could be like 10 BTC, because if the volatility is very high, they can be buying and selling between them too, like 1 BTC for like 100 times, right? Because you're gonna get like how many, what's gonna be the volume? So that's gonna be 200, right? But let's say now they buying between them half a BTC. You might get the same volume, but the number of BTC gonna be less. So that's gonna increase the price of BTC, because they buying and selling between them less BTC, but with higher volume. This is going to increase the price. So keep that in mind, guys, because most people are going to be hodling. So if most people are going to be hodling from 10K, we're going to be having less BTC on exchanges, but the volume going to be higher. So it is going to increase the price of BTC like in a very exponential rate. So keep that in mind, guys. I wanted to talk about this but I just didn't know like a good way of explaining it. So I hope it makes sense, right? So the number of BTC, right? The number of BTC, could be different from. I have to look it up, but I think like the number of BTC, you buy and sell is different from the actual volume, right? Because the volume, I think like it is like the number of time, like a certain amount of BTC is bought and sold, right? So, but the number of BTC bought and sold could be constant, but the number of time this BTC is bought and sold, is counted as volume, right? So I have to look it up, just to confirm it in my next live stream. So, but it is something I just thought about. It is not something I have researched yet. So. Okay, Sonny, no problem, man. BTC is the best pump, so keep that in mind. So right now BTC is the best pump. Nothing else is the best pump. So I like XRP, but BTC is the best pump. Of course you're gonna have some issue with some ledger live, because most people are going to be huddling right now. So so of course you're going to be having some issue. Okay, guys, you guys not saying anything. Let me know if you want me to take a look at any market. Let's take a look at WANCHAIN. WANCHAIN, same as the ICX. So the weekly is double bottoming. That's a good thing. And then I like this double bottom because that's what BTC did like back in 2015. So keep that in mind, right? Keep that in mind. So that's the same type of bottom formation BTC did back in 2015. So on the weekly time frame. So it is a good sign. So since it is repeating a BTC pattern, so So keep that. So we could see like a further drop from WANCHAIN since like we already got a crossover. So, and that's a weekly crossover. So BTC is extremely bullish, man. That's why these alts, they're making this bearish crossover. So you could expect like at least WANCHAIN to be dragging for the next 2 weeks. So keep that in mind. So BTC gonna be extremely bullish the next 2 weeks. So alt are not looking great. So if alt not looking great, most likely BTC gonna look great. So keep that in mind very shortly. Okay, Sonny, we're gonna work something out, man. So just shoot me an email and then we're gonna work something out. Let me see. Let's take a look at let's see. Let's take a look at the coin market cap. We haven't taken a look at Tron. We're gonna take a look at Tron. BTC is just like a 10% up, guys, and the market cap of BTC is just about less than 200 billion. So I'm looking for BTC to hit like 300 billion market cap to 400 billion. We talked about this, man, guys, back in April, right? When I say like total market cap gonna hit like 285 to 320, that's exactly what we got today. Most of you guys been following me since like April, so I said it exactly. We're gonna get 285 to 325 in this range. We got 320 right now. That was 325 I said. So keep that in mind, guys. Most of these calls, I made this call like 60 days ago, over 90 days ago, guys. So Ethereum is 10% looking great, right? XRP not looking bad, right? 45 cents. So we're gonna hit for $4 very shortly, guys. After we hit $1.50, we're gonna update the price. So $1.20 to $1.50. So market not looking bad, but I'm not saying like some 30, 40, 50% moves, guys. So it is gonna be okay. So QDM not doing bad. Vechain, still hanging at number 30, right? Dogecoin still hanging at 29. So that's pretty good, right? I think that's MCO, right? MCO. Crypto.com, right? So that's 6 cents. So Neo not doing well at 14 or 15. I want to see Neo break $15, guys. I want to see Neo break $15. But in order for Neo to hit 15, like $17, $18, Bitcoin has to hit $20,000 because Neo versus BTC is pretty much bearish. So I don't see Neo hitting like $20 anytime soon unless BTC hit 20K. So that's the only way I can see Neo go up like to $20. But otherwise I don't see like Neo going to $20 unless BTC hit like 20K. Cardano is not doing bad. It's up like almost like 100% this year. So it's not doing bad. It started the year like 4.5 cents, right? So we had 9 cents. It is good. ICX also like not doing bad like for the last 6 months. So we're pretty much bearish on the BTC value, but the dollar value is not bad. It's not bad at all. Ontology is doing great. Bottomed at like a 55 cents. Now it is like almost $1.50. So, but I think 50 cents, right? So it's 3x from the bottom. So it is doing extremely well. So Chainlink, I remember Chainlink at 40 cents, man. So keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. QDM not doing bad. I think QDM, bottomed at like 90 cents. So it is at 360. That's almost like 4x. So 3x. So LISC is not. So keep that in mind, guys. KMD BTC. Komodo. Yeah, I forgot about Komodo. Let's take a look at Komodo. Komodo used to have a lot of hype, but I don't watch a lot of YouTube's videos nowadays, so that's why I forget most of these coins. Because Komodo weekly is not doing bad. It is double bottoming. It is looking great actually. Komodo, it is looking great. So you take a look at it, right? I think Komodo is looking better than any of these coins we just talk about, right? So you got a double bottom just about this area, right? Got a double bottom just about this area. So you got both of your your stock RSI and then your RSI oversold. So it is looking great. I think Komodo is in great shape. So it is in great shape. So it is in great shape. So we're gonna talk about Komodo next time we go live and see if like we're gonna get some reversal pattern. But the only thing we got right now, it is just like, you can call it a triple bottom or something like that, a very vertical drop to the downside. Most likely we're gonna change the slope. So we're just not gonna be dropping like this, coming from a high point to a support line and then just keep dropping. So we're most likely gonna change the direction, right? So we could see Komodo green like the next couple of days like this, right? At least move green, move sideways, and then we're gonna decide if we are gonna get a bear flag or we're gonna reverse to the upside. So but let's see how Komodo gonna play out, right? So because right now BTC is extremely bullish. You don't want to be too confident calling for a reversal pattern. So unless you got like a confirmation sideways correction and a reversal pattern, because the RSI is still like vertical, so it is not moving sideways yet. So let's see if RSI gonna move sideways first. The next entry point for BTC, I don't know, man. I really don't know. I really don't know, man. Hey, what's up, Raymond? DBC, I don't know DBC. Let's take a look at DBC. DBC, what's DBC? Oh, deep chain brain, okay. Sorry, man, I can't look up all these coins because we got 2,000 coins. So let's take a look at DBC. I think deep brain chain. Let's take a look at it. I don't know the supply of it. I was about to say like deep onion. Let's take a look at the supply. 10 billion, circulating 3 billion. Okay, not bad. So DBC, it's not looking bad at all. It is making the same pattern as the rest of the market. So we already, but we don't have any divergence, any reversal pattern. Just broke support. So you don't know how low it is gonna get, right? And then the volume is pretty much constant. So we haven't received like a big selling pressure yet. So I would be waiting for this volume is pretty much constant, right? If you analyze it well, right, you wouldn't be jumping in right now, right? Deep brain, I wouldn't be jumping in. I would wait at least for a very big volume. Either it's going to be a sell-off or a buying pressure like this, right? A very big one. Like I would love to see like a very big selling pressure in order to like confirm like the the end of the downtrend, right? So because most of the time once you see like a big selling pressure like this, most likely that's the end of the year. It could indicate like the end of the downtrend, right? And then we can change the slope. It is going to give you time to accumulate. It's not going to just make a V shape, right? And then go up like 90 to 200%. It is going to give you like a big signal, right? It is time to go up. But it is starting to look safe. RSI is just about 25. You could be waiting for the RSI to get like 18 to 14 in that range to start accumulating, because it's not going to get to 0. So your stock RSI is almost at 1, so it is looking like pretty much safe, right? It is looking pretty much safe. But I would wait at least for another 10% drop, like at least another 10% drop, 10 to 20% drop in order to start accumulating. So hey, what's up, Larry? So I don't know, man. I don't know when we're gonna see BTC at 3K. To be honest with you, I would love to see BTC at 2K, guys. I would love to see BTC at 2K, but the chart is not calling for 2K. I said it when BTC was 7,500, guys. That was like a let's see. BTC rebound to 11K, right? That was back in let's see. That was by June 6th, right? June 6th, just about 6:30 p.m. I said like BTC, you know, rebound to 11K. What was the price of BTC that time? I think like 75, right? 75, in that range. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So every time I'm going live, it is just slow. So, but you can go on my, YouTube channel, and then you can watch that video. BTC rebound to 11K. So I said it, man, guys. We're going to 20K. So we're going to 20K. NEBLIO, NAS, BTC. NAS, we got the rebound we were looking for. We even got like to a higher price, right? Just about this area. So we're coming back down to a support line, just like a deep brain, right? We just talked about deep brain chain, deep brain coming back down to a support line and break it. I would wait for NAS to get to this area of 1.27, just like the rest of the crypto, right? So we could like wait for NAS to get like to 1.27, and then that's a lot. That's at least another 30%, right, drop. So that's about like just about 25% drop, right? So the RSI is still not dropping to a oversold region. So just wait for the RSI to drop further. So and then when you take a look at the RSI, the way it is dropping, you can tell like it is not even changing slope. The slope is pretty much vertical. So you don't want to be buying like this, right? Because it has to change the slope, and when it's changing the slope, it is still going to be dropping like this, right? So wait for this, the change in slope like that, right, to start buying, right, accumulating in this range. But right now BTC is extremely bullish, and then you take a look at this pattern. Like I said about Ripple is extremely bullish. So NEBLIO is actually like confirming like what I was saying, right? I haven't even take a look at NEBLIO for the longest, right? I said like XRP is making the same pattern. Take a look at what NEBLIO did, right? It went straight up, to like an 82. So you go back to XRP USD. So, and we talked about this like earlier, right? We won't even like talk about NEBLIO at that time. So you take a look at XRP, you see I just changed the screen. It's the same exact pattern, guys. It is the same exact pattern. So expect like XRP to give just shoot up to the upside, right? To shoot up to the upside. So you can see like XRP did the first move just about this area and shoot up to the upside, right? And then NEBLIO just repeated that pattern. So you can expect like XRP to do the same thing again, right? So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So keep that in mind. XRP is extremely bullish, guys. So it is extremely bullish. We just got this crossover on stock RSI also, just like BTC, right? We got this move, just like this area. So expect like XRP to move to the upside and get another like tangle just like that, right? Something like that, before you can expect any downtrend. So keep that in mind, man. XRP is extremely bullish, guys. It is extremely bullish. It is extremely bullish. I don't know, man. I mean, I've been saying like BTC to 10K, 11K since like 7,000, but most people are sleeping. So I mean, I can't say like to buy or sell, but what I think like is we're going to 20K. You can wait for 8K to buy more, but I'm not sure. We could hit 8K tomorrow, but the chart is not calling for 8K. So I said it when BTC was 7,500. I say like BTC, BTC is going to 11K when BTC was 7,400, guys. I say it's gonna double bottom. I can show you a video because every time I'm going live, it is just moving slow. So, but if you go to my YouTube channel, you can see that video when I called for BTC to 11K on June 4th, less than 3 weeks ago. So and then I'm calling for 20K BTC. You can wait for a correction, but we're most likely gonna hit 20K before we see like 3K again. So okay, Sonny. You bought a lot of Telcoin. BABB. All right, guys. Let's go back to the coin market cap, see which coin we want to talk about. Let's take a look at EOS. We haven't talked about EOS, right? Let's take a look at EOS. And then we're going to take a look at Tron next. So EOS, we called for 80,000 EOS. We got to 80,000, but you know, we moving like much lower than 80,000 right now. Right now it is just about like not 80. Yes, 80,000. Yeah, we're moving like below 80,000, so we couldn't even double bottom. So we could expect like EOS to come back down to 0.786 in this range, and at least give us some sort of a, you know, reversal pattern. If not, we just have to let it drop. There's nothing you can do. If it doesn't give you like a reverse pattern, it's nothing like you can call for. Like you cannot call like for EOS to reverse when, you know, you're seeing like this red selling pressure. So, and then RSI is not oversold yet, so, you know, you just have to wait. We're getting a divergence, but I'm not comfortable with this divergence, so I'm not very comfortable with it. You know, this selling pressure is too vertical, so let's just wait for the price to change slope, hopefully in this area, just about like 58,000 to 60,000 in that range. The current price is just about like 68,000, right? So it is another 10 to 15% drop, so you would be looking at 12% drop, right? 12% drop is not much. It could get it like in less than 2 hours, so it's not like it's much. So we just have to wait for that you know, 10 to 15-20% drop. So it could, you know, it could come back down just about like a 47,000, just like Nano did, come back down to this area of you know, previous low, just about this area. But we just have to wait and see, because also I could get like to 15 to 18 in that range by that time. So we're most likely going to get some reversal pattern. So hey, what's up, Charles? LOL. I don't know a coin name LOL. So let's move on to a Tron. Tron, I've been off for Tron like since like a point it got back down to like 500 sats. You know, I wouldn't believe like Tron gonna come back down to this area, so I'm completely wrong about Tron. So, but the good thing about Tron, it is still like attempting to reverse, but we're just gonna have to wait and see, because, you know, it is not selling off yet. So you can see like we're still making the same bottom formation. So just about this area, right? We're making the same bottom formation. That's the same thing I said about XRP. XRP is attempting to make this bottom formation, and I said it at the beginning of the live stream, and Tron went up 200%. So we can expect like XRP to at least go up like 200% from 50 cents almost. That's like $1.50, right? So $1.20 to $1.50 in that range, and that's what we're calling right now, XRP to $2.20. So keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. So Tron, it is not selling off, but let's see. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Tron in the next live stream. So I'm not sure if this bottom gonna hold or not. So, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. So, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. I'm not comfortable saying like Tron gonna reverse very shortly. But we're gonna talk about Tron next in the next couple of days. Hey, what's up, Computer Royal? Good morning. Hey, Computer Royal, we're calling for Bitcoin 20K. I know you just got in, so hopefully you can go back and watch the live stream. At the beginning of the live stream, we called for BTC 20K, so, and XRP $1.20 to $1.50. So if you have any, if you got any other coin you want to talk about, we can just mention it quickly. So Steam, let's take a look at Steam. Hey, what's up, Spencer? Just tuning in. I know you missed the live stream, so just go back and watch the beginning of the live stream so you can get some detailed analysis about BTC, because we're going to talk about BTC again, but if you have any other market, we can just jump into it. Steam. So Steam pretty much looking the same, man. All alt, they're looking the same, guys. So it's not much to say about this alt. You just have to wait for you know, you're getting a divergence, but it is just not safe like right now to jump in, unless like you're looking for another 6 months to 8 month prices, right? So it doesn't matter if you buy right now, because in 8 months I don't think like this alt gonna be in these prices. So because we're most likely gonna be reversing. So but I would be waiting for our side to be oversold, just like I talk about that coin we just talked about. Wait for the R side to get like to 17 to 18 in that range. So it is going to be very saturated for the price to drop further, right? So keep that in mind. So but I would be waiting at least for the R side to get to oversold, because you got your stock R side oversold. So wait for your R side to be oversold. That'd be extremely bullish time to be buying. So man, if I was Satoshi, I wouldn't even be making video, man. I wouldn't even be making live stream, guys. Altcoin got me lose. Satoshi don't hold alt, so I'm pretty sure Satoshi don't have any Litecoin, or I'm not sure, I'm just speculating. So altcoin killing me right now, guys. So right now I'm not accumulating alt, I'm just holding, because I think like you can get cheaper alt, right, versus BTC. Just buy BTC and then buy alt later. Most people don't look at like alt versus BTC. Most people just look at the dollar value side. Most people don't understand not understand the market. They don't care about Satoshi's value. They only care about like, it is going up, right? For instance, Neo was like 1350 the other day. Now it is 1450. It's a pretty good gain, right? But if you take a look at the market versus BTC, you're not happy. You be like, man, I mean, it's nothing. It could be like $20, instead of 14. So it took me forever to understand like the relationship between USD alt and then BTC, something like that. The transaction between the USD to BTC, and then a BTC to USD. It took me forever, but I had to like reflect to that in order to understand like the connection between BTC and then the alt and then the USD. It took me some time to reflect into it. So but before, when I first got into alt, I used to be happy when alt go up 10%, and then BTC is 20%, alt is 10%. So excuse me. So we just talked about Steam, right? So I would wait for Steam to get to an oversold region, right? So at least for the excuse me one second. So Yeah, you're right, man. BTC gonna get crazy, man. I remember you calling for 10K also back in like April. So, but I know most people didn't believe you. So, like most people didn't believe me, like when I say 11K 2 weeks ago. So, keep that in mind. Excuse me, I had to mute it. So, yes, man. So, we're gonna get some crazy numbers, man. So keep that in mind. BTC is extremely bullish. So most people are calling for 2K. I mean, I don't know where they got their 2K from. I think the chart guy is calling for 2K, right? So you guys just say it. So he just said it. So it's nothing bearish about BTC, guys. If nothing bearish. If you go back to a 20 let's take a look at the weekly chart again, right? We talked about it earlier. So we talk about the weekly chart, and then we say BTC gonna get to 20K by mid July, right? Mid July, right? So I know it is pretty crazy, but I said it on Sunday, right? I say like we just need to close above 9,700. Now we close like above. We most likely gonna close above 10.5 to 10.3, right? So it is pretty much good, right? So, but it'll be extremely crazy if BTC closes above like a 11.5. If BTC closes above 11.5, guys, that's it, man. That's it. So what I was looking for, this candle just about this area, right? I was looking for BTC to match it, and BTC would have match this candle at 9,500, right? So if BTC matches both of these candles at the same time, right, by closing above 11.5, you would be looking at, we got at least another, we just got by like another 2 weeks to get to 20K. Just 2 weeks, guys. In 2 weeks, if we close above 11.5 in 2 weeks, we're gonna get to 20K. We're gonna get to 20K, guys. So I know it is pretty crazy. You take a look at the weekly RSI. It is only just about like 78, right? And we could get like to 85 to 88. 85 to 88 will be like, let's take a look at it. Back then we got to 20K. We got like to 87, right? So we could even get to 80K just about like 85, right? Not even at 88, 85. So keep that in mind, guys. And then we going up with like little volume. Take a look at the volume, right? The weekly volume is decreasing, right? Most people are not paying attention. I said it back in March, right? When BTC was making this move, just about this area, guys. Look, BTC was the volume was decreasing. I said BTC gonna receive a big volume. So if you guys remember, let me know, right? We're going to receive a big volume. That was back in March, guys. That was back in March, late March, right? I say early, just about early April, BTC going to be receiving big volume, right? Just like that. So we got that big volume to start the bull run. Now, the price of BTC is just about 11K, and then we still not receiving a big volume, just about this area, right? So expect like late June. We at late June, guys. So expect like the last week of June, like June 23rd to June 30th, just about this area, to receive like a very big volume to match one of these volume, right? So what I would be looking for next week, 500,000 BTC, right? Trading volume, 500,000 BTC trading volume. So 500,000 BTC trading volume at 12K, guys. Price gonna spike to 15 to 17K, guys. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So the volume is incredible, guys. We're moving down, but price is moving up. So price is moving up. Price is moving up. We're moving down. So what we need is like price to be change the slope just like this, by receiving a big volume. So the slope gonna all of a sudden change, right? Just like that. just like that. So the slope gonna change all of a sudden, right? That's how slope of the volume changes, right? Like this, right? So that's what you're looking for. So this volume gonna be really big, guys. It's gonna be like, you know, just about 500,000. I would say like 500 to 700,000 volume the next week of June, guys. So yeah, so most people are gonna be like, oh, BTC is going up, price is going, the volume is decreasing, the price is going up, it's gonna be a big sell-off. By the time you know it, it moved up. It's gonna move up like a, you know, another 5,000 point. So moving like 1,000 point is only gonna be like less than 10% now, right? So you gotta remember, when we were back in 3K, $1,000 move gonna be like what, 30%, right? Almost 33%. Now $1,000 move only gonna be like less than 10% because we above like a 10,000, right? So $1,000 move gonna be like 9.5. So once we get to a 15K, $1,000 move gonna be like 5%, right? No, not 5%. Something like that. I don't want to do any calculation in my head right now. So, but it's gonna be like less than 10% again, right? Less than 5 to 7%, right? So, but 10% gonna be 1,500, right? So, yeah, you know. But keep that in mind, guys. The volume is incredible. It's gonna be incredible. So the way BTC gonna move up to the upside is gonna be very incredible. Very, very incredible. So the chart is calling for 20K. People are looking for 3K. So hopefully BTC gonna drop 70%, but I don't see it. Let's take a look at Link. Ah man, Link, I hate Link. Link I got in like just about I think like Link versus BTC I got in like let's see, at the very bottom, man, like 80,000, like 80,000. I remember, like I think it was like a Monday or something like that. I can remember I got in like 80,000, like it jumped like 35% up. I got out like 107, something like that. So like not 80,000, but let's see, it was 8,000 in that range, 8,000 in that range, right? So it went up like to 10,000, something like that, 1030, something like that. Came back down to 107, I think. I kind of got out, so I shouldn't, but I never you know, jumped back in, so I should have waited. But Link, I mean, I would just be waiting, man. It's nothing you can do. It's not a good time to be buying right now unless you're looking for a long term, right? But it is not time to be buying. It is just time to be staying in BTC. So because you just don't know, like, you know, how low this alt gonna get, right? So but if you bought like just about this area at this area of 200 EMA, yeah, you're most likely, you know, still making profit, right? So if you bought anywhere around here, like, you're still like in profit. So stay in BTC till BTC like give us like a 30% drop in one day, something like that, like a very scary move, and then you know, it's gonna be time for all to reverse. So let's take a look at BTC USD again, so I'll show you what I'm talking about. Take a look at BTC USD. I'm looking for BTC to make this move. Come on. This move just about this area, right? So just about this area, that's what I'm looking for. A big sell-off, you know, coming back down to retest one of these moving average. It's gonna be like a big sell-off before you see any alt movement right to the upside. So BTC has to get like a big sell-off. So, and then we're so close to the 200 moving average. So, you know, we need like to better separation between the 200 and then the price, right? So you're looking at like only 25%, you know, from the 200 EMA. So it's not that bad, right? But we just have to wait for like a 45 to 50% move away from the 200 EMA, then you know, you can start like looking for some bearishness. So you could be looking at $16,000 at least, right, before you start looking for you know, for some bearishness or some alt movement, right? So $16,000 before you can talk about like alt movement to the upside. So ZILLIQA. You take a look at ZILLIQA. ZILLIQA is making a very nice pattern just about this area, but we have to wait for a double bottom in order to call for like a further move to the upside, right? I talked about ZILLIQA last time, right? So it is making a very nice flat correction, right? So it is making a very nice flat correction, but we have to wait for confirmation, right? So this confirmation has to be a flag, right? You're looking for a flag or you're looking for a double bottom. But let's say we keep dropping, and hopefully like we're not gonna get to 200 EMA, but let's say we keep dropping, I wouldn't touch it. I would not touch it at all, right? So, but I would be waiting for a reversal pattern, right? That's the daily. So we got a flat correction, right? You got your flat correction just about this area. You can expect like, I mean, a logical way to expect like a price movement is like to expect like price to go up after a flat correction, right? So but you just have to wait, because you know BTC is pretty much bearish, so look for a double bottom in this area, or you know, at least a flag, one of these, right? So because you just don't know, right? You're just anticipating what, you know, what you're gonna get, right? So but just take a look at the monthly chart. The monthly chart is extremely bullish, so I talked about it last time. ZILLIQA, right? Take a look at the monthly chart. We got a big reversal candle. So you take a look at the Vechain and, right? When you take a look at the Vechain and, we got a big reversal, you know, a big reversal pattern, a big tail, big wick, small body, right? So big tail, we got a big tail, big wick, and small body. So let's see like June 30th how this candle gonna end up being before we call for you know, a further move to the upside. But you know, you got a flat correction on the daily. On the monthly, you got a big tail, big wick, small body. You know, it is, I mean, it is pretty good, right? So it is pretty good, at least for the short term. And then you can see like the selling pressure, these candles, you know, getting smaller, right? Smaller and smaller. So you know, all of a sudden you got a, you know, undecided candle, a very fat candle on a monthly, you know, a very like a big tail, big wick, small body. That's the first one you get like since like when, like December 17th. So that's a good sign, at least for the short term. If you want to take a look at like the long term, like the next 3 to 5 months, you could see like some green candle all over the way, just about this area, all along, like, you know, to December, up to December, right? So keep that in mind. But we just have to wait till June 30th to see like how this candle gonna be structuring itself, right? So I'll keep that in mind. I'm just holding like a few ZILLIQA, maybe like, I don't know. So it is on the ledger. I mean, I think ledger holding like a ZILLIQA, but I don't want to download any wallet. So keep that in mind. So let's take a look at a Dash. So since we just talked about privacy coin, Dash is looking the same way. So I haven't taken a look at Dash forever. Dash is not looking great. So take a look at Dash. It is not looking great. So it is not looking great at all. But the good thing about Dash on the monthly time frame, when you take a look at like a Dash on the monthly, even though like, you know, it is dropping very bad, the volume of the selling pressure is not a lot. We got a very big fat candle, but we only got like half of the selling pressure we got the last 2 months, right? So we could get like 75% of these two volumes. That'd be great. If like we get like less than 100% of these selling pressure, that'd be great, at least for the next couple of months, right? So it will be a great sign. So keep that in mind, right? It'll be a great sign if like we get like a less than 75% of the previous month's selling pressure with a very fat candle. So it means like the price is dropping a lot, but most people are not selling. So it is just like few people selling, and then the price is dropping. So keep that in mind. So let's take a look at Monero. Hey, what's up, HR? It's been a while. So let's take a look at Dash. We came back down to 0.0115. We're dropping way below 0.0115. So it is not looking good at all. So the monthly chart starting to look bullish. So small body, big tail, big wick. So you could anticipate like we could get some sort of a rejection just like this next month, right? Next couple of months. Hopefully like we're gonna be moving sideways. But altcoin, hopefully like late July, early August, we're gonna see some reversal pattern, because you gotta think about this altcoin in like a in a monthly and a weekly basis also, because when you spend too much time also on the 4-hour and on the 15 minutes chart, you're gonna waste your time. So just you can take a look at the weekly and then the monthly and then the daily. So sometimes the 12-hour bars can give you like some 10 to 15% patterns, but when you talk about alt, you're looking for 10x. So you're not in crypto for 30%. You're in crypto for 10x, 20x, 30x, 50x. So it is very possible. Litecoin went up 7x already, from like a 22 to like almost 150. So keep that in mind, guys. In only like less than 6 months. So less than 6 months, because Litecoin bottomed at I think like first week of December, right? So let's take a look at it. Yeah, Litecoin bottomed at first week of December. It is very important. Dates are very important in crypto, because if you really take a look at it, right? Litecoin, Litecoin tapped out at the first week of December 2017, right? And then it bottomed at the first week of December 2018. So keep that in mind. Dates are very important. I keep saying it, but most people are not paying attention. If you take a look at BTC also, right? If you take a look at BTC bottomed, started the bear market just about like just about like the first, I think it was like December 17th. Let's take a look at the date, exact date. It was December 17 or December 16 in that time frame, because I remember these dates, man. November 3rd, November 13th, I think like September 4th or something like that. We had some big dates, right? So that was December 17th, right? So you take a look at the BTC again, right? It was December 16th. That's when we started like some December 16th, guys. December 16th, December 15th. That's when we bottomed. Dates are very important, guys. That's why I say like July 17th, July 16th. It is going to be a very important date. So you take a look at it, right? And the first quarter, just about April 1st, right? We started a big push to the upside on April 1st, guys. On April 1st. So we started this big move to the upside. Dates are very important. It is very important. So you gotta pay clear attention to these dates, man. It is not a coincidence like Litecoin bottomed. Tapped out, the first week of December 1st, 2017. And then started a bull run December 1st, 2018. It's not a coincidence, right? BTC bottomed at December 17th, and then tapped out at December 17th, and then bottomed at December 16th, right? It's not a coincidence. So keep that in mind. I would be hodling BTC honestly. So be just BTC, at least 50% BTC. If you've been holding BTC this long, so I wouldn't be going into alt. But sometimes it is hard to sell into BTC, man. It is very hard. Hey, what's up, Imran? WANCHAIN and ICX. I'm holding like both of them, not in a great amount, but I think like they can hit like easily like $30. That's 100x from the current price, so keep that in mind. Even $100, because you gotta think about it, right? WANCHAIN ICO was like 10 cents, right? I think 10 cents. I think WANCHAIN came out like 30 cents, right? In a matter of like 2 months, it went like from 30 cents to like $13-12, I think, right? So keep that in mind. So $100 of ICX, $100 of WANCHAIN is not unrealistic, right? $100 like a Nano, something like that. It's not very unrealistic, right? So, but sometimes if you don't believe it, you're gonna be buying at $50, and then you're only gonna get like 2x, because you gotta think about it, right? $50 to $100 is 2x, but 60 cents to $1.20 is also 2x, right? So don't let those big numbers fool you. Most people are gonna buy Bitcoin at 10K trying to take it to 20K, but they don't want to buy Bitcoin at 3K to 6K. So I don't know if people don't know how to do math or what. Like, keep that in mind, guys. Don't be intimidated by the price, whether it is a big number or a small number. Just be intimidated by the percentage gain. That's what you need to focus on, percentage. So most people are going to be buying Bitcoin at 20K and then trying to take it to 30K, and then that's only 50%. But when you say buy Bitcoin at 3K, they'll be like, man, 3K to 5K, they don't think it's a big percentage, but it is a better percentage than a 20K to 30K. No. It is. Yes. It is actually 60%, right? So, yeah. Alt, they're not dead, man. They just they're gonna come alive soon, man. They're not dead. Just give them about another 2 to 5 weeks, hopefully, right? 2 to 5 weeks. All right. So BTC has to hit 20K, man. It has to hit like those big numbers. So you gotta remember, most people are not paying attention, but last time, alt season started after BTC hit 20K, right? So for most alt, right, BTC, hit 20K, when crashed down like 50%, then alt season started. So the same thing could be happening right now. BTC could go like to 30K, drop like 30% down to 20K, and alt season gonna start. So keep that in mind, right? Alt season started like only for 3 weeks, man. Alt went up only for 3 weeks, went up like 10x, 20x in 3 weeks, mid-December to like first week of December. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. I don't know, man. My personal top 5. I don't know. I know I like Neo, man. Neo is my weakness, number 1. So I like XRP. I hate Bitcoin. Most of you guys hate Bitcoin, man. So don't lie. You guys hate Bitcoin, because most of you guys miss the bottom. So I hate Bitcoin, guys. So I like Neo, XRP, Ethereum, Litecoin. I accumulate ICX, WANCHAIN, Vechain. So last bull run, I was holding like a 17 BTC. Not 17 BTC. I wish, but I was holding like a 17. Actually, took like 17 Ethereum, and I spread it out into like 17 different coins, and I haven't touched that portfolio, and that portfolio is performing like extremely well. So it is even performing better than my current portfolio. So yeah, those coins were like Tron, Bitcoin Cash, a little bit Bitcoin Cash, a little bit Ethereum, EOS, Power Ledger, Ethereum Classic, Neo. I think was my biggest holder. I was holding Neo like at a big percentage on my portfolio last bull run, just for 3 months though. So let me see, I can't even remember. I know it was like 15 coins. I still got that portfolio setting. I didn't change it on a block flow. You know what I mean, like block folio. Yeah, block folio. So I can't remember, but I hate to look at their portfolio because I shouldn't touch it. So let me see. I can't remember. Power Ledger, Tron, Ethereum Classic, no Bitcoin at all. So let's see. Cardano, XLM. Yeah, Cardano and XLM. I decided to go all in XLM because at that time Cardano and XLM was moving at the same rate, and then they had like a similar pattern. So I decided just to hodl one instead of both of them. It doesn't matter, like, because they're both moving at the same percentage rate, right? So it just doesn't matter to hold so many coins when you're just looking for the percentage gain. So just take like 5 Ethereum, spread it out. You can turn like half a BTC into like 7 to 10 BTC, like just in a matter of 12 to 24 months, right? So just take like 10 Ethereum, guys, 10 Ethereum, and then spread it out into 10 coins. So, and just watch your BTC hodling. I mean your BTC value to go up, and then switch it into BTC. So, and most people not even paying attention. So at this current the current price of BTC, you can see like a nice cup, right? You can call this an if you want to be aggressive, you can call this, right? It is not it is not stopping you from calling this a inverse head and shoulder. Nothing stopping you from calling it, right? So if you want to be aggressive, you can say, oops, you could be looking for a bigger number than 20k. So that'll take you just about 17k if you just want to take a look at this pattern. So keep that in mind. I know, Alan, most of you guys kind of hate BTC, so but it's nothing to say, man. I just wanted to have some fun today, and then we're gonna talk about enjoy this 10k BTC, man. It's been a while since 20k. I mean, not since 20k, since like 2017, guys. We haven't seen, like, I think it was 2018. Yeah, since 2018 we haven't seen like a five digit, right? So 5 digits. So we haven't seen 5-digit BTC, guys. So we tapped out at 11k, guys, almost like 11k's, guys. 10,950, guys. We called for it like when BTC was 7k, guys, 7,400 on June 4th. You can take a look at the price, 7,400, guys, June 4th. We said, like, we said on June 4th, right? BTC was just, the low was like 74.81. We said like BTC is going to 11k, guys. 11k's, guys. We called it 3 weeks ago, and now we're calling for 20k 2 weeks earlier, guys. So keep that in mind. Yeah, percentage gain, guys. Most people don't look at the price, just look at the percentage gain. So well, don't just like buy BTC because BTC is 10k, and then you don't want to miss BTC going like to 20k. It doesn't matter. You already missed it from 3k to 6k. It's the same percentage. So it doesn't matter. You're just gonna be holding like a lesser BTC because you gotta think about it, guys. It is only like the circulating supply of BTC, I think, is like 18 million, right? Let's see. Let's double check. Coin market cap. I don't know where it's gone. Circulating supply 17 million, right? So, and then it is reported like, you know, 4 million BTC lost. So you only got like just about like, let's say 13 million BTC, right? And then you know, most of these BTC, you know, going to be in some, not in some exchanges, right? It is going to be in some ledgers, and you know, most whales, they're going to be holding their BTC, right? So you can imagine, like, the higher the price gets, the more people are going to be holding, right? So it is going to be less BTC traded, right? Less BTC going to be traded, but the volume going to be higher. So you got to think about it, man. It is incredible. It is incredible, man. It is incredible. It is very incredible. You're going to be having like less BTC in some exchanges, and then but the volume going to be higher. So what that mean, right? It means the price going to go crazy. You know, it is going to be going crazy because the volume going to be high. You're going to receive high volume, but you know, less BTC. High volume, less BTC. You know, it is equal to higher prices. So keep that in mind. But once you get like more BTC, more volume, it's not good. So it's not good at all. It's not good at all. But we're going to get less BTC, more volume. So less BTC, more volume. Because I know most of you guys not going to sell your BTC at 20K, because you're going to be waiting for 100 to 200, 300K, right? So most of you guys. From a scale of 1 to 10, I don't understand what you just say, Imran. Can you just rewrite it? Not a million next year. I don't think we're going to go to million next year. To be realistic, I don't think we're going to get to million. I would say like 1 million BTC like in 2024 to 2025. Like, let's say like, it depends because, you know, most people were expecting this bear market to last like 2 years, but the bear market lasted like a year shorter. But does it mean like this bull market gonna last a year longer? That's a big question, right? So if the bear market lasted a year shorter, will the bull market last a year longer? So that's a big question to be answered, right? So but last bull market lasted what, for 2.5 years, right? So you could be expecting this bull market to last another 3.5 years, right? So three and a half years, you would be looking at like from 2018, right? Started like December 2018 to 3 years after that, you're looking at December 321, right? I mean, not 321, 2021, right? So you would be looking at like mid 2022. So and then we could get another 1 year bear market. So if bear market gonna last half a year, I mean 50% shorter, so you could be expecting a 6 months like bear market, but I wouldn't expect 6 months bear market. I would just say correction for 6 months. So, you know, somewhere around like mid 2022 to like late 2022, we could get like a big correction, 30% to a 60% correction, and then you know, start another bull market, which is gonna take us to 1 million, like for by the time we get like to 2024 to 2025. So I don't know if it makes sense or not, but hopefully you understand what I mean. So because we're gonna get more adoption, so you know, the bear market could be lasting like, you know, little shorter, right? Just like the stock market, like it's been on a bull run for 10 years. So maybe Bitcoin going to be on a bull run for another, you know, 10 years. We're going to get like 6 months correction. We're going to be acting like the stock market, get like from October to like a December, we got a big correction. So Bitcoin can get a 6 months correction instead of a 2 months correction, right? So like just like Apple went from like, you know, $200 to like $1.40, Bitcoin can get can go like from a $360,000 to like a $72,000, something like that, right? Instead of getting like a 80% drop, we could get like a 60% drop, because the volatility is going to be decreasing over time, right? So the first two bear market, we got like 90 to 95% drop. The second one, I think the third one, right, the one we just got, we got like 85, right? I think something like that, 85%. So the next one we could expect like somewhere between like 75 to 70% drop, right? From $370,000. So you would be looking at $90,000 from dropping from 375 to 90,000. So it is very, very, very realistic. So nothing is unrealistic in crypto. So keep that in mind, guys. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I remember like hey Alam, I remember like July, August, and September, right? I remember, I think like September 15, that's when we started the bear market, because I remember we hit like 200 billion back in like August. So let's take a look at BTC. And back in 2017, I remember like August 2017, like some of these coins, they went like ARC, they went like 500x. So went 500x. So you take a look at it, just about this area. That was, yeah, September, exactly September, right? Late September. BTC dropped hardly, like September, down. Yeah, I remember the first week of September down to like late September 15, exactly, right? So maybe that's when alt like was having like a big season. So you want to expect like this type of drop from BTC in order for alt season to that's a 40% drop, right? And then we went up to 20k. But June, July, I have to take a look at USD Bitstamp. No, I think like back in September also alt dropped, but I think June, July, August, you're right. So let's take a look at it, because I remember Neo was like under $9 or under $10 back in $10 back in like June 2017, stuff like that. And Litecoin was pretty cheap also. Just about this there, except June. So you take a look at this corrective move. People are not paying attention. Just take a look at this corrective move just about this area before we take a look at the alt. Just about this area, right? Bitcoin made this corrective move and went up like, let's see, went up like 300%, guys, almost 250%, right? And we're currently making the same corrective move. So I'm gonna show you after we take a look at June, July. So you take a look at June, that's May, exactly June, July, right? BTC was dropping, right? BTC was dropping, and alt was alt were making like a BTC dropped 40% and alt were going like almost like 300-400% to the upside. So keep that in mind. BTC has to drop at least 30 to 40% for alt season to start. So, but you take a look at this corrective move, right? So isn't it similar to this corrective move just about this area? Isn't it similar? So I forgot to mention that, right? So it is something I noticed a long time ago. So isn't it like the same corrective move we got? And we could go up 300% from this area, guys. Just about this area. So that'll take us almost like to $25,000 BTC, guys. If like we go up like 240%, people are sleeping, man. They're not doing their research. So they're just feeding you with some nonsense. Yeah, alt season gonna start, but BTC has to drop 30 to 40%, guys. So it has to drop. It has to drop. It has to drop 30 to 40%. All right. Let me know if you want to talk about any other market. I think like it's been over 2 hours, right, since we started talking. Today is Friday night. Enjoying 11K BTC. Not quite 11K, but you know, 11.950. I mean 10.0951. I mean, yeah, 10.0. I mean, not 10.0, 10951. Okay. 10591 BTC. So keep that in mind. If you take a look at this area, as it is 10,915 today's high. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I just wanted to talk about everything and anything today, and then just enjoy the 11K BTC. Hopefully, you guys gonna be huddling to like 200 and not 200 but $370,000 BTC. I know it's too early, but you gotta take a look at the bigger picture, not the small picture. Just take a look at the big picture, man. Just take a look at the big picture. Do not worry about $10,000 BTC. Don't worry. Don't worry about $10,000 BTC, guys. Don't worry about $10,000 BTC. So if you take a look at it, we talked about it last time, right? Why I say like BTC gonna be why I said like BTC gonna go to a $300,000 BTC. Let's see. So you take a look at it, right? I'm looking for a 18.618 extension from the previous bull run, right? So you take a look at it, 18.618 extension. $18.618 extension, right? Top to bottom. Come on. Just about there. So that was the bottom. Sorry. So this one. This one we got exactly almost at 20, just about 20K, right? 18.618 extension. We almost hit like 20K, right? It's almost 22,000, but you know, it depends on how you draw it. You have to be very accurate with these numbers in order to get the exact number, but it is just about 20,000, right? So if you're expecting like another extension from this last previous bull run, you would be looking at most people not paying attention, man. Most people not paying attention. You would be looking at just about, you know, 360 to 370,000 BTC, guys, in 2 to 4 years. So it is quite amazing. So it is quite amazing, because most people are going to be watching this video like in 2024. They're going to be like, man, I remember this guy talking crazy. Like I was talking crazy when BTC was 3K. So, but I hope it's not gonna get there, man. I hope I can get some $2,000 BTC. I just hate BTC, man. I just hate BTC. All right, guys, I'm just gonna call it a night, and then that's it for today. I'll wait for BTC to cool off, and then I'll grab some. So, but the end game is 20K. That's it. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and then we're gonna go live tomorrow if I get some time. Thank you for watching.